Isolwela umfulu ugcwele ithi ngizibambe nangu umfundisi ethwala izandla ekhanda engikhuza ethi mfana thula awuboni ukuthi ngalokho kwenza imali yomnikeli yakhe
umuhle wow uyitake lihle mntwana omuntu muhle.
Guys, let's get some energy. Peace to the gods and peace to the earths, and thank you very much for joining us. We are the Eastrand Podcast Files. My name is DoubleM. This is season 4, and we are back at it. And today on the show, I'm joined by two young trailblazers who are considered to be Gen Zs in today's generation, one being a musician and the other being a poet. And they are a melting pot of talent, and they join us on the show to share their insights on their respective callings. I'm sitting with Nkosinathi and I'm sitting with Mthokozisi. Bafethu sanibonani.
Yebo.
Sawona Grootman.
Ninjani ni grand.
Siyaphila.
Welcome to the Eastrand Podcast Files, Bafethu.
Thank you so
and
much.
And thank you very much for joining us. Okay, athi siqale kahle yabona.
Okay.
Nkosinathi ngicela uzintroduce ebantwini ukuthi wena ubani, ubuya kuphi, kanjalo.
Okay, sanibonani. Okay, igama lami mina unathi ngibuye extension 9 la Tsakane.
Isibongo konje unathi.
Nkosinathi Mvimbi.
Nkosinathi Mvimbi.
Yes.
All right, okay.
Ngicela ukuqala lana mina. Angichoma ngikhwenza kodwa ngisixubhe sama ngenyama amaqhamuka namavezela umhlathi zinyoni ziyamzungeza zilokho zicula iculo zithi thwithwe kumlazi imali ngene ebhangi. Ziyangibikela zithi wesoka lombala ompofu la kwena sibona impumelelo. Wentombazane njengoba utshela mina ukuthi muhle uqhotshelana nobani. Umesulu inyembezi ngoba ngizothokozisa isizwe sambathe emthokozisi ngithi ngiyasabela nje. Igama lami umthokozisi ngokwaTom isibongo ngokudabuka ngiqhamuka eMpumalanga kwaMhlanga igama lekasi lami iPolar Park C.
Wena umkhaya moswe ndoda ubuyele mina ngibuye enkangala ndoda.
Hayi ziyakhala ke.
Umkhaya.
Ziyakhala.
Wow, that was an intro and a half. Bafethu like okay, send is introducile to the people.
Sure.
I feel like I need to make this disclaimer. Isizathu sokuthi nibe la eshowini namhlanje niyazi mos ukuthi I'm familiar with family wenu.
Yes.
Nkosinathi I'm familiar with umamakho. I mean she's very very fond to me and she's very dear, and I'm familiar with usisi wakho Mtho.
Okay.
Naye likewise njengomama kaNkosinathi.
Okay.
And Nkosinathi ndoda, I don't know, how old are you?
I'm 19 years old.
19.
Yes.
Nathi, I've always been receiving music wako for the past 2 to 3 years, and now uyakwazi lo.
Yes.
Mamako always shares music wako nami. Nawe amanamba wami I believe unawo nokungithumela music ngiyawulalela.
Sure.
And so forth. And one thing I've discovered ngawe ukuthi ndoda you're so passionate ngalento le. Same nomtho. Umtho ngicala ukumuza Kwekwezi FM where they were talking about him and they spoke extensively ngawe ndoda. Kwekwezi FM, I think they spent close to 5 minutes, and it's very rare ku radio ukuthi bathatha isikhathi singaka bakhuluma ngomuntu, but they were talking about you and usisi wakho weza wangisherela umsebenzi wakho, and the similarities gini ayafana. One thing I picked up ngani is the passion that you have about yourselves, and then nang strike nang nikeza the impression yokuthi as young as you are no too, so ukuthi seniyazazi ukuthi ngabobani at a very very early age, because abantu abaningi ababukele namhlanje abaningi abakazazi ukuthi abobani, abanye bayazazi mara bakabisho bayasaba and so forth. But ngizocala ngawe Nkosinathi, when did you discover your calling ukuthi mina kahle kahle Nkosinathi ngithanda ukucula, I'm a songwriter, I'm a performer? Kufike nini lokho?
So like mina khuleni kwami like ubabami bekumuntu like umamela R&B yabo.
Okay.
So bekahlezi amamela nengoma lezi, so khuleni kwami bengihlezi ngizimamela nengoma, so base ngifika kubo grade 8 ilapho ke ngaqala ukucula. yabo nakhona ngaqala ngokucula khona nengoma lezi abazibiza ngani igwijo
Bazibiza ngani?
igwijo
Igwijo,
yeah
yes.
ingoma zebhola saqala lapho okay ngacula khona lo guy lo bambiza uSindana yabo like langa lakhona besiperform yabo basiperforma ngamuza like
Men performa kuphi esikolweni?
Yeah besiperform esikolweni so ngamuza bekashaya keyboard ngathi okay noma singizame lento ayenzayo ngaqala kena okay ngabhala ingoma yeah ngaka release ngabhala ingoma so lapha eKaSlam ngathola umunye umjida bambiza ngoSibusiso okay nalo umjida saspana bese nga-release ingoma yami le idakhe lihle ivele ingoma yami obesicale
yes
so yeah ingoma yami bangicede okay u-recorder okay ngathola ama-event nyana la khona beba hostile
but like before we recorder who helped you to write the lyrics
like
ubani wakuconvince ukuthi hambo i-recorder how was that process
like mina bengumuntu osandela ukudownloada ama-beats yabo so ngadownloada elinye i-beats okay ngazama ngathi hayi shuthi khona umunye uCherry bengemdrave bekuyidakhi vele yabo
idark beauty
ngacabanga yena like bangicabanga yena ngathi sengibhala ingoma ngabhala ingoma ngayiceda Shayistina hayi the producer yakhala yathi hayi mfana hayi le number so after then ke ngacala ukuyiperform abangibiza endaweni yabo lapha
wow we're going to get to the performances but no it makes sense mna kwethu
sure
wena uqale nini ndodo ukuzidiscover ukuthi kahle kahle umthokozisi na indlela yakhe this is my calling this is me.
I was telling Ubafo lana earlier on ukuthi I started this thing as umdlalo mina I'm going to be honest this thing I remember in I think being some I started poetry it was 2014 I think I was in the 7th grade so esikoleni bebasicela ukuthi sibhale like izithakazelo zelokhuze zeinkosi or something like that like la uhaya khona ubonga inkosi and then bese lapho ngakhula nalento lele ngabona ngiyithanda but then when I got to high school because of peer pressure and nokuphapha puberty stage as a fruit man in the 8th grade wonke umuntu beka rapper and abuCherry bebathanda abantu abarapper so phela like angifuna ukudlulwa ingane I was like I say nami sengiya-rapper wafethu kunjalo so at the end of the day I think lento le ngiyibone towards sengiyoqeda like my school year in matric I started writing poetry but ngumuntu ongasi angizwani nokukhuluma kakhulu so I express myself on pen and paper so ngithe mangiqeda matric and then I started doing this ngaqala ngaba busy ngayo and then bese lapho I started recording lokhu ngibhizi ngihayela abantu ngaqala ku WhatsApp lokhu ngishayela abantu bathi okay you're getting better you need to improve lungisa lana and then bese lapho there were a couple of challenges but I think iwona angimoldile for example challenge the first challenge engiyifacile ukuthi I'd get people ku Khosi FM mhlambe ngizumuntu ku Khosi FM bese ngimcela ukuthi angimentore I'm not going to say their names because of ithunzi zabo I'm not here to put anyone on blast so umuntu bengithi mangicela ukuthi angimentore abese anginike task athi ngicela ubhale inkondlo ngento esona so and then umuntu mhlawumbe ungaya leyo task this week then the following week that person is performing at a certain event kushuthi bengiyi ghost writer in a way emntwini so I started holding back kancane ukuthi okay ngicela umuntu ukuthi angimentore but then ngizilimaza mina and then ngaqala lento leyo ukuthi okay let me start again ngivuselele ithemba kimi and then bese lapho go back to this poetry thing because it's one thing that I'm passionate about and ngiyayithanda so
wow
yeah
very interesting ufike nokuthi ube ghost writer ndoda but we'll talk about that
ukungazi Grootman uyazi ukuthi kuthiwa ukungazi kufana nokungaboni so ukungazi kufana nokungaboni bengisathipha nomjida ngapha ngithi be careful with sending abantu ispan sakho don't just send it to anyone make sure ukuthi ispan usumenela umuntu umthemba enough umuntu wakhona because lo muntu lona there are people Grootman uyabona siyintwana zasekasi nasi sisahlanganisa we are not that exposed to ama resources so umuntu mawuzomgaya ispan sakho kulula for yena ukuthi asiclaim because already uda
kaningi lento siyizwa la ku industry whereby umuntu wathi John vula igate ingoma yami and angeke simkholwe thina sithi hayi unamanga le ngoma yakazibanibani. But like I think ukhuluma ngezinto ezifana nalezo if I listen to you very carefully. Wow, and it's happening and it's real. Now Nkosinathi ngaphandle kwakaba bakho mawuthi uye wayedlala iR&B umuntu wa influencer ukuthi nawe uqale ukuzibhalela ingoma. Ubani omunye umuntu mase uqalile ukubhala like after writing your first song so uqala ukuperforma kanjalo ubani omunye umuntu even noma kungasi ku family owadlala that role yokuthi akumold akuconvince ukuthi hayi Nkosinathi this is it, like akunikeze that courage ukuthi qhubeka, because kule industry kunama challenges. I mean nomthona ngishilo manje ukuthi kunama challenges kuyo yonke lento le. I mean nathi la kule podcast siyahlangana nawo, but ngibuza lento ngoba usesemncane, so ngifuna ukwazi ukuthi ubani umunye umuntu wakumolda wakunikeza leyo ntshisakalo leyo.
Engasho like umuntu owangimolda umamami. Umamami like abantu abaningi bebangiceka, abanye bebangitshela ukuthi ngiyafosta lento engiyenzayo like ukufosta ngikwazi ukucula yabo. Mara umamami bekahleze alapho for mina, bekangitshela ukuthi hayi mntanami wena uyakwazi ukuyenza lento and uyakwazi ukucula even though bengazithembi yabo. So ngaqalela okay nga record ingoma noma abantu bebangiceka yabo, nga record angibhizi ngirecord. So obvious noma abantu like baqeka makakhona laba bazokuthanda hayi ukuthi bazokuzonda
mawuthi bebaqeka yini abangani or abantu nje base abomakhelwane or
abangani abangani like khona labangani labo bengihamba nabo like bona bebangacula yabo ngasho ukuthi abangani kuphela bebahlezi bathi lento engiyenzayo like ukufosta uyapeta yabo, why ungadlali ibhola uyekele lento le.
Cause enye into engiyaziyo ngawo udlala ibhola and umajayivani ndoda ngisawubonile noma video wakho ujayiva. Mtho wena who was that one person where mhlambe emndenini or emphakathini or ebanganini umuphi lo muntu nama uthi uyambheka wambona ukuthi uyabelieve kuwe and then wakumolda wakuconvince ukuthi Mtho ungayilahli lento le?
I'm gonna start with the two most important women in my life. You already know sister. Like they were the first people who were like like we are careful, don't stop what you're doing, because we as Rotmani, there comes a time whereby we feel like I give up manche. But then because of la pillar of strength lawala I say mover akusegayo like uba nalento leyo ukuthi kumele uqhubeke, and abanye abantu who were really helpful and who were there for me i-team yami uSamkelo, uLokhuze, uSiyabonga, uLokhuze, uTerence, uLokhuze, uNtomkhona, uSanele, bese lapho uLokhuze, uThepo, uThulasizwe. So kule 4 lena kule 3 le engibalile ngibala abafethu uLokhuze, uTerence umntana kaMamkhulu, uSamkelo uLokhuze umntana kaMalume, uSanele Lokhuze ubhuti wami, and then bese lapho uSiyabonga is one of my producers, uLokhuze, uThepo naye noThulasizwe. So amachita have been really helpful, not forgetting uPress the Medusa. So amachita have been really helpful ukuthi cause bebathi mhlambe if kune something abasipana ngayo like or mhlambe kune session bathi sicuzula le beat elisona so uze ukuthi ungalikhafulela and then or amachita athi sicela ama feature mfethu akusifeature because siyakuzwa and ispan sakho senzweni.
So le qembu lakho lobalayo do they also do poetry or bayacula? They produce?
Ulokhuze uSamkelo is like I'll call him my marketing manager because most of the time ngithipa ngokuthi ama event wenzakalani ku, and then uTerence is more of a technical director because he makes sure ukuthi kuma social media platforms like akuna account ehekwayo, and then bese lapho uSanele really helps in terms of I'll call him a videographer because he helps in terms of creativity ama video, and then bese lapho uLokhuze, uSiyabonga, uThulasizwe, these are the 4 guys like bona ama produce. So banongibiza for ama studio session and we work on music, or mhlambe nami ngiziyele ngithi I wrote this so ngicela ungilokhuze ungicreate le beat based on this.
Wow. Shout outs to them and shout outs to Usiswako and shout outs to Mamako now, and I'm sure they are watching right now.
Yeah.
Now, so let that in the la is what ngoma.
Yeah. Layithanda. Yeah.
Ngiyayithanda le ngoma ndoda, music wakho ndoda, ngikutshele something. Music wakho nawo kushuffle. I mean ku playlist yami. So sometimes when I drive ngithanda ukudlala ishuffle. And ingoma zakho uyazi ishuffle njani. Sinokungena nje random. And uyakhala kule ngoma ndoda. It's deep. Like, you know, when you listen to artists, bakhona abantu mawubalalele, you can tell ukuthi lo muntu lo bekakhala studio or bekajulile, even noma ungamboni. Abanye uyababona noma babhekile stage, they would sing and cry. Uyayibona lento ukuthi ijulile. Endoda kule ngoma ujulile.
Kabuhlungu.
Ujulile kule ngoma ndoda.
Nami kumele ngizwe.
Isitshaba sizoyizwa, everyone will hear it. So wayithanda mara umnini wayo lo mombhalela.
Wayithanda.
Now, all right, no. Awungitshela something ke. Music kuwe as uNkosinathi. Usho ukuthini? What does music mean to you? Ngabe usho impilo or usho uminani ku music?
Ngasho ukuthi umusic umina impilo ngoba like mina for mina umusic uyangiphilisa. Like for example, noma like umuntu angangikwadisa yabo. Mara bangathi ngiye studio maye ngizoba grand ngicela ukurecord like impilo kahle uyangiphilisa umusic uyangiphilisa.
And then if awuyanga studio mhlambe if ulalela umusic kwabanye abantu nawo yini uyakuthinta nawo?
Kuya umusic ukuthi umusic onjani. Ingoma zakaloyiso bangizimamela noma ngikwate kanjani bangizimamela ngiya.
Umama wakho ngitshelile ukuthi uthanda uloyiso. Ngiyakubona na ku profile picture yakho umfakile.
Ngifake yena role model yami uloyiso.
So ngaphandle kwakaloyiso ubani umunye umthandayo mhlambe kwabaculi?
Lunda Van Roos.
Olalela nabo Lunda Van Roos. Lama lyrics are deep la.
Njoba ngitshela ukuthi like time lami vele belikhula ngimamela nengoma.
Okay. No, shout out. And nali time lakho ngiyalikena uBramxone. Shout out to Bramxo. And then Mtho. What does poetry mean to you mna kwethu?
As Rodman, I'm going to be as candid as I can be. Poetry, I can say I don't think not only for me but for cishe wonke umuntu poetry is a lifesaver. Ngingasho ngithi ngibiza nge-paramedic kamoya like iletha ukuphila iyamvuselela umuntu.
I-paramedic kamoya.
Yeah, cause poetry has a money. You know, poetry. Mina personally, it has taught me emotional intelligence in terms of how I articulate myself around people. Cause njalo mangizokhuluma nomuntu, you know ukuthi ezabantu sihlale sithi straight talk doesn't break any friendship. But mawucabanga uphinde ukhumbule ukuthi mawuzokhuluma nomuntu mangabe kunento ayenzile kuwe engakuphathanga kahle, nanoma ukhuluma naye ungakhuluma ucasukile, kumele ukhethe amagama wakho. So that's what poetry into ifundisa umuntu like ukuthi mawukhuluma ukhethe amagama akho and approach yakho kumele ize ngendlela right. Cause vanuzo is like, and even abantu ababhaya bazokutshela ukuthi mina I'd never introduce my girlfriend to a poet cause ngoba nibahle kakhulu emagameni bafethu.
Ngiyakwazi nokudlala ngamagama.
Kabuhlungu. I remember and abafethu bazokutshela, especially my family gathering, they usually amachite emndenini, they usually joke about this. But ungabomvumela umthu cause ubafo wathi entobini yakho Nkosazane. Hayi kuphelile kubafo wathi entobini yakho wathi Nkosazane. Hayi kuphelile kaziwa nje.
And what I admire about you is you're so fluent. Inkondlo zakho ndoda uzishaya ngesikhethu. Khona ndoda uzishana ngesilungu. Ngakuzwa lapha kukokwezi. You're so fluent. Like so impressive. Yazi ngathi mangikuzwa uyishaya ngesikhethu ngiyakuzwa ukuthi okay umtho, mara mawuswitch uyishaya ngesikhuwa ngiyazibuza ukuthi uye loya or basadlala na kanti hayi ndoda nesikhuwa sakho naso on point.
Yeah, abantu abaningi bebasangitshela bathi hey mfethu wena ngathi ulitshontshile ibhasi lala nezweni lethu mfethu awuhambi ye kuMelika noma e-UK. I'm like hayi bafethu yabona Grootman ukuyifundisa masingabantu sifunda every day as much as umjita naye akhuluma ngama experiences wakhe khona into engiyifundayo la uyamuzwa utholele abo Luther and Rose okay shuthi lento le isuka kude like isuka ekujuleni so yeah.
And then wena, who are some of the poets that you look up to?
Yo, there are a lot, but I'm just gonna count a couple. Angifuna ukubeka ukunika abantu ama sports because bonke labantu they play an important role in terms of me being the artist that I am. So as a spoken word artist, umuntu engasho ngithi uyang inspire, the first person would have to be Uzama Kofi. Uzama angazi uyazi ingoma le ya Grootman ethi ndifuna imali yephepha ndifuna imali something like that.
Okay angiyazi, I don't want to lie.
And then bese lapho omunye umuntu who inspires me uTumi Mlingani. He's a rapper. He's now a rapper, but he was formerly known as Utumi. Now he's now known as Ustoki T.
Stoji T. Yeah.
Omunye umuntu who inspires me would have to be my mentor Mr. Mpona. He's a poet. Ubani omunye uLuyanda, it's Women's Month, it's busy nabesifazane kancane. uLuyanda M ingane yakwaMlotshwa, uSnatch the poet, ongethiwanga ngizobala nobani uSeluna imbongi yabantu, uNewsam lo ucula lo oshaya ingoma nomlindo impilo imilo sithandwa sami, ngizobala nobani omunye uGubela. And then after Ukupela, it would have to be Smart Black, Ushiwe, Mampondo. There are a lot that go on for the whole day, but banning.
Wow, very impressive. And then Nkosinathi, namhlanje ndoda music uyabona, there's a lot of variety out there. So khona namapiano, trap,
sure,
you name it. Wena sound yakho ngiyayazi ngilalela, but for a viewer ongakwazi, how convinced are you ukuthi le style sakho sishayayo yiso leso sifunayo, or do you feel ukuthi ungaswitcha, or would you be comfortable ukuthi mhlambe producer mayingathi indoda zamanali piano or zamala ukurapper, would you be willing ukuthi explore amanye ama genre, or are you comfortable kule sound yakhe yaNkosinathi?
Yeah, like
or kwamanje usazifuna ukuthi uzithole kwamanye ama sound?
Yeah, like ipiano bengifuna ukulizama ngoba like ipiano like into edumile manje ngasho, and manje ipiano ngathini
plus uyajive
hayi
ngapha yabona ezepiano ziyacula ziyajive stage.
Yeah, ipiano bengifuna ukulishaya so ukuthi manje producer le ngisibhana naye like ayikwazi ukushaya ama beats wepiano.
Alright, okay.
Yeah, ayikwazi ukushaya ama beats lawa R&B, so yeah ipiano yeah ngiyafuna ukulizama ngoba ipiano ngoba nangapha ngiyakwazi ukujive like vele ngifuna ukuyenza hits yabo, hits bese ngiza ne dance challenge yabo.
Le lama dance challenge on TikTok lawa trenda.
Sure into kanjalo
because ndoda, you know, I've seen you perform in front of crowds ndoda. I've seen you even dance mama kuhlala ngikhomba lezi ndoda uthatha attention.
Hayi njani
khona laba abanye bakubiza isidudla isiflake.
Isidudla somdansa. Hayi manje angisesidudla sengiyehlile yazi. Ngisesidudla hayi.
Wehliswe yini lokudansa kakhulu?
Ukudansa kakhulu nangapha ngiflex obvious.
Ya mama kuyasho nasebholweni ibhola lona ke.
Ibhola ngasho ukuthi into engayilandeleli ngiya nje ngokujima yabo, izinto zina kanjani, ngidlala ama mesh nyana mara ibhola ngilandelile yabo, into engilandelelayo like umculo vele manje.
Oh yeah. So ugcina nini ukuperforma lapho mesmerize labo sisi lapha stage?
Ngine last month bebangibizile la bebahostile la eclinic la
I think I saw that video. I think I saw that one.
Bebangibizile lapho, so ngazo performa
Wow. And then when mna kwethu, what happened to your rapping? Because poetry and rap, I mean, it's one marriage. And you did say at 14, not at 14, I think in high school, you attempted rapping.
Yeah.
What happened to that?
Well, i-rap, it's not something ngasho ngithi ngayilandela ngoba bengiyithanda, ngayilandela ngoba beyihamba nabantu.
And ushilo.
Yeah. But i-poetry into ebeyizinze kakhulu kumina because i-poetry, what I love about it, you can do the same thing with rap, but I not to disrespect ilokuze i-rap or ama-artist we hip hop. For me, sometimes i-rap I feel like it's not as sincere as poetry would be because kunomlayezo often go send across and you cannot cry in a rap song like emotion yakhona so the poetry, it allows you to be flexible with your emotions. You can do the same thing with rap, but rap it kind of closes you in rigid boxes. So I was move out of those boxes ube comfortable, which is why I went back to poetry and I was like,
this is me. Unqolo. Now, explain to us the different types of poetry.
Okay.
Because apparently I am a poet. I think we once had a poet on the show. Am I right, guys? I think Tando and many more on season 2. Yes, I think he explained the differences.
Yeah,
okay.
So I'm a poem ayahluka. The first one is Isonnet. Isonnet is a poem that usually has 14 lines, and sometimes Isonnet it's ama line wakhona ayahluka. You have the first 8 lines ekuyi sestet, and then you have the last 6 lines ekuyi octave. If I'm saying it wrong,
okay. The first 4 lines.
The first 8 lines.
Or the first 8.
You sestet, and then the you skip a line. Then the last 6 lines you octave. If I'm saying it wrong, if I'm wrong, I stand to be corrected.
Wow. Okay.
And when you have this whole knowledge,
yeah.
And then there's a poem called Ilokuze, if reverse poem, like lapho sikistingo sokuthi rhyme nje, you're just saying whatever you have to say. And then there is Ilokuze, elegy. There's an elegy poem like where you talk about most of the time in conjures the elegy usukukhuluma ngokufa or umncwabo, like something that is painful. Then you have a lyrical poem. Like lyrical poem, it's more of a song, like ama lyrics nje, like line la ukhafula khona, like there's rhyming words and stuff. So ahluka kanjalo lama poem, that's how they are.
Wow.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah.
Now bafowethu ake sikhulumeni ngob seriousness ba le calling yenu. And mangithi seriousness ngifuna siyohlaba le kuhulumeni kancane.
Okay.
Isizathu sokuthi ngithi siyohlaba khona, as young as you are, do you feel ukuthi uhulumeni wala eSouth Africa do they play a role in helping amanye ama artists, upcoming artists, that is ababukele manje, ukuze bancede just to boost and advance ama career wenu? How do you feel in the state government yala eMzansi as young as you are, as ama Gen Z? You can start, Nat. It's okay. Or whatever the case may be.
Okay. Mina ngizoyibeka kaje. I don't think our government is doing enough. Mhlampe thina as abantu abasha, we're not doing our research enough. What I feel is helping us manje as millennials or like as Gen Z are social media platforms. Like for example, TikTok has taken over.
Spot on.
You can be you can like you can be famous or blow up. Yeah, you can blow up within an instant in TikTok. But like if uzo hamba unqonqoza ema office in our government, like I don't think it's a place where you go, because nabo bazokutshela ngeyinkinga zabo esikhundleni sokuzela nama solution. So I think what's best for us as ama artists and as people aba talented, one thing that would be great for us ukuthi sibambane and then and move up together with the little that we have. Because if sizobanana mentality ukuthi we are waiting for government to do something for us, then we are gonna hold back from ERTA too, and then sponsor to sizobambezela.
Spot on.
Because kulezi zinto esizenzayo umjida uyacula ngihayi inkondlo makacula yena kuye he might be performing but kunomuntu amphilisayo across the audience mina ngihayi inkondlo I mean lento lokuthi I just want to kill this performance ngihambe ngendlini kunomuntu engimphilisayo ngimvuselelayo ngale nkondlo and you never know who you touch or you never know ukuthi ubani umvusela amanxeba cause as much as azocula kunomuntu ozofika kuye athi yazi le ngoma eculayo I was going through this and that but you've made my day and have changed perspective yami ngendlela engibona ngayo izinto.
True.
Mtho ngiyakuzwa uhayi inkondlo nami I'm a poet or I'm a poetess myself. How do I go about through channels with poetry? Ngikhulisa kanjani fan base yami? Abantu bazokutshela like nasesigela bazokutshela especially abantu maths teachers but the first step to solving a problem is identifying that you have a problem. So ukuthi uzolokhu ukhala and say I want this, I want that. It's more of like, for example, Krotman Masuti city government it offers us opportunities. If I know ukuthi njengoba sinama talent kanjena bese lapho sithi silinda abazali bethu ukuthi bashone sothola amafa wabo asifuna ukuyisebenzela thina ngizoyibiya njalo.
Wow. And I can believe you because kwinkondlo zakho ngakuzwa you are very critical of the government.
Yeah.
You never swallowed your words. You never shied away.
Yes.
Ngikhumbula even nomphathihlelo kokwezi FM he mentioned that about you.
Yeah.
You were raw.
Yes.
You were very raw,
yes.
Unapologetic, and I like that about you.
Yes.
About you. And then when Nkosinathi, how do you feel? As in, I know to say esikolweni, awakabi too much exposed to ezinye zezinto. I mean, you're still 19. But how do you feel? Do you feel with the government, yak supporter? Do you have confidence? You are believer kuyo? How do you feel?
Like mina feeling at the government I sincere next is I'm a musician. So the best option for I'm a musician is to like isifaka ama videos kuma platform TikTok sisipushe thina kuqala yabo singathembeli ku government ngoba uzothembela ku government bese angayenzi lento le anithembise yona yabo.
Yeah.
So mina into engizoyisho ukuthi like as ama artists la ngaphandle assist like asipushe thina kuqala sisibeke phambili kuqala.
Now and then buya kuwe Nkosinathi mawubhala music wakho uchazile le your first single le ngiyaziyo omunye music mawubhala what's the approach you take mawubhala ingoma abantu abaningi yazi ingoma siyazibuza ukuthi bayibhale njani mara le ngoma what was going on in the studio we approach let's say bakunika beat manje but nali beat uyafika ekhaya uyalalela. What's the first step yokuthi uliname or uthathe leyo ngoma leyo uyise at a certain direction?
Like mina most of the time like ingoma ngibhala based on indlela engiphila ngayo.
Ngaleso sikhathi.
Yeah, ngaleso sikhathi.
Ngaleyo moment.
Like into engicabanga into ezemcondweni wami ngiyayibhala ngaleso sikhathi.
And uyazibhalela ngisho.
Yeah, ngiyazibhalela angibhalile.
Ngiyasathemba abantu abaningi indaba yazi abantu abaningi bayababhalela.
Ngiyazibhalela.
Kena nabosoziwayo esibathandayo out there abaku rap, gospel, R&B, you name it. Abaningi babo bayababhalela. And for me I don't think that's original ngaleyo ndlela leyo if umunye umuntu uzokubhalela amacede akunika. Also wena uthulalela ibeat and then lizokutshela ukuthi Nkosinathi bhala
lizongitshela ibeat ngiyani vele ngiyange beat vele.
And then mina kwethu wena mawuzoloba inkondlo ucheck isimo or and then asicalela do you use ama beats einkondlweni zakho or usha a cappella before uphendula lo mbuzo lo munye?
Well, I used to do it a cappella, but since life is changing and people are evolving, Nami I've started choosing beats. So I'm a beat corner. I'll say they are more soulful. Ngiwumuntu who is very versatile in my poems. Mangabusweka Hispansam Krotman, because uzoyithola isound ye soul, uzoyithola isound ye trap soul, uzoyithola isound in a hip hop kancane. So that's what I do. and ukuphendula lo mbuzo ukuthi mangibhala inkondlo kusuke kwenzakalani mangibhala inkondlo zami kuyahluka izimo zakhona ziyahluka kwesinye isikhathi it's experiences sometimes akusuka ukuthi ngifaceile leyo nto but ngisuke ngiyifaka ezicathulweni zalowo muntu
yes
and then bese lapho ngizothini ngibheka around ama situations that are happening around us for example kunenkondlo that you were speaking about earlier on ukuthi I was very raw isihloko saleyo nkondlo ibuyisana ubandlululo where I was
buyisana ubandlululo
isihloko saleyo nkondlo ibuyisana ubandlululo isizathu umuntu who inspired me to write that poem ugogo wami. I remember I was sitting with Ugogo the other day and she said words that hurt me so bad. Wathi yazi compared to isikhathi samanje to isikhathi sakudala I prefer isikhathi apartheid kunesikhathi samanje.
Abantu abadala abaningi bathanda ukusho leyo
because ni apartheid like there was service delivery wonke umuntu bekaspana yonke into ibe right. Manje ngisalukwazi imagine kumele ngiphuza amaphilisi umholo wami ngiyothola ngeyi7. What is happening within these other 6 days? Umuntu omdala uyalimala. So I went on ukuthi hayi man ithi ngibhale inkondlo ethi buyisana ubandlululo because uyayizwa inkondlo le ithi indlela zilungisiwe kepha makufika isikhathi samavoti ama-ID kumele sihlale siwalungisile wena hulumeni unguhubhu kabhejana uqamba manga kwena insakavukela umchilo wesidwaba nina nisabumbangananga nihlangene phezulu phansi ngamahehe okuhlula amadoda kuyabiwa nawo mongameli ukhuluma iqiniso. Then there's a paragraph la ethi khona seningamane indlala umdlalo wamagendo ogabiselana ngamaqembu osopolitiki seningamane indlala umdlalo wamagendo ogabiselana ngabosopolitiki ngoba bonke bangoJudas bafihlalana induku emqubeni osopolitiki sebangabashunqisi iParliament liphenduka umuzwa kadlala omunye phezulu komunye ngoba omunye mesefuna isikhundla somunye ukhipha imfihlo zomunye. I was quoting uDladla Mshunqisi angisho yezwe ukuthi omunye phezulu komunye so I'm saying osopolitiki sebangabashunqisi iParliament liphenduka umuzwa kadlala omunye phezulu komunye omunye mesefuna isikhundla somunye ukhipha imfihlo zomunye yabo kuhlangahlangene isiphithiphithi because these people are telling our parents ukuthi umuntu who is above the age of 35 is no longer allowed to work but bona they are pensioners eParliament yabo. Hence that's what made me ukuthi ngibhalele inkondlo le into engenze ngabhala le nkondlo because hayi man ugogo ngendlela isho ngayo man it was so heartfelt ukuthi umuntu omdala would say such words sesine freedom. Yes, freedom ikhona but I don't think ukuthi we express this freedom the same way yabo because experience it ayifani. Ngingasho ngithi most of us especially ngizokhulumela thina lokhu zibala lethu abantu abamnyama si free physically but mentally I think most of us have not been liberated here. So yeah,
that's deep.
Yeah,
and ngizokubuza that's very very deep lento ishilo.
Okay.
How do you think umuntu omnyama should liberate themselves because asikwazi ukuthi solinda ezinye inhlanga ukuthi zizosiliberate?
Yes, I think the first things first into ekumele siyenze as ilokhuzi isizwe simpishole ukuthi sibuyise iconcept yobuntu ngoba abantu sebalahlekelwe ubuntu. Yabona mangihleli nomfethu la earlier on we were sharing a drink that doesn't exist anymore. If ngithenge i-cold drink eyami le cold drink ngizithengele mina imali yami nawe bona iplan yakho yabo. I think kumele sibuyise iconcept yobuntu. If we can start there then we can go back to that love because uphinde ukhumbule Holtman. And point number 2 kubalekile masingabantu ukuthi sixolele but now forgiveness comes in 2 ways. You can forgive a person to release or you can forgive a person to reconcile with them. When you are releasing a person awusho ukuthi like lo muntu lo usuyamnyanya. You're releasing them because they are no longer serving purpose in your life. That's why umrelease lo muntu. But when you are forgiving to reconcile mangabe ngixabene nona nathi if mhlambe besiperforma ngifike late bese siyaxabana nathi athi ejo isha uma kancane ngisenza music now bese lapho nathi uyabuya ngixolela ukuthi hayi mfethu yazini understand ufikele ithi nawe you had your circumstances akwenza
reconciling.
obalate then bese lapho siyabuyisa yabo. I think if we can start by doing that, like it's the simple things that matter, Grootman. Hayi ukuthi sekumele senze izinto ezinkulu ukuthi kumele kube nemali in and enye into ebulala abantu the ama societal standards namhlanje they this goes for both genders. They have really demoralized ilokhuze ngendlela abantu abaphila ngayo because manje ukuthi ube nesithunzi no matter where you go you have to have imali or something. Abantu now use they define isithunzi as imali, they define uthando as imali, and that's not how it should be.
And speaking about that, ngizonibuza noyithulo mbuzo lo. Earlier on nginizwe nincoma i-social media. However, lento oyishoyo abantu abaningi banokukhala ukuthi ingqindezi eningi ivela ku social media. How do you guys feel nge-social media? Because abanye abantu bayasho ukuthi bayisebenzisela ukuposta. Bheka mina ekhaya siphila kanjani, sidla kanjani, ngigcoke ini. Uthi uyabheka wena everyday mawubheka lezi zinto lezi akusimpilo wena oyiphilayo and ubona abanye abantu bayayiphila because kuke kwabana nama study ashoyo ukuthi suicide amongst the young people has risen due to social media. So nifila kanjani ngayo i-social media nina as ama Gen Zs, or nifila ukuthi kuya ngokuthi umuntu uyisebenzisa kanjani or ufunani kiyo? Nifila kanjani nathi? How do you feel ngayo wena?
Yeah, like i-social media ngasho ukuthi into esharp yabo.
Yeah.
Ngoba like uyakwazi nokuphusha music wakhe yabo.
Yeah.
Izina kanjalo. So ukuthi abanye abantu bagcine ba fake impilo yabo yabo izina kanjalo. Umuntu like a post yabo like for example umuntu asiposte asendlini enkulu. Ayithola. Mabombona real life nomuntu lo uyahlupheka izina kanjalo. Yeah, izina kanjalo.
Sometimes a posting atudla ama plate amnandi every day.
Yabo yeah, fake. Yabo. Yeah.
So wena ungathini kwezinye intanga zakhe ezibukele manje abaxakwe yi-social media because baningi manje ohlele ekhaya ukubukele manje usaba nokuphumela ngaphandle because ubona ngathi lento azigcokile akekho fashionable, amantombazana or abafana ngeke bamnake. So ungathini kuloyo muntu ubukele manje untanga yakho?
Into engayisho like ukuthi like bomuntu kumele uhambe ngepace yakho yabo, ungalandi like ungabheka abanye abantu usibeke wena kuqala, ungayi ngokuthi lo ugcokeni nani sofuna ukusifakela ipressure ngento engekho. Hamba ngepace yakho and nalezi zinto lezi ama social media ungazilandeleli kakhulu ngoba vele zizokukhawatha umqondo yabo izinto ezina kanjalo ngoba uzogcina ufuna ukuyenza lezi zinto lezi ezenziwa yibo.
Oh yeah. And it ukuthi ekhaya asiphili kanjalo.
Asiphili yabo, yeah, izinto ezina kanjalo.
So if music or imbongi hlala lapho uthengisa umculo wakho or ngipodcasta mangiphusha ipodcast yami ku social media like uzama ukusho kanjalo ukuthi hlaleleni lakho and then okuningi kuyekele.
Yeah, kuyekele nje usiphilele impilo yakho.
Mtho mna kwethu wena how do you feel nge social media?
Ngizoqala la Grootman. Vele nje this is a known fact. Social media is powerful and toxic at the same time. So it takes me back to 5 or 6 years back when I was in matric in 2019. As a 23-year-old ngihlale ngizwa abantu bathi life begins at 40. Angikholelwa lokho because there are screenagers. Apparently we no longer have teenagers because we are always on our screens. We now have screenagers.
What ama?
Screenagers.
Screenagers. That's a new term ngalazi. Okay.
Because
uthola nabantu abadala khona lapho.
Uthola nabantu abadala lapho because espanini mhlawumbe usipana ngecomputer, you spend 8 hours ku computer yakho. Mawufika endlini for entertainment, what do you do? Computer futhi or
That's so true.
So we no longer have teenagers, we have screenagers. So kulento le ulokhuze ngizo emphasize a point in la kabafu ukuthi mawumuntu hlalele inini yakho and ku TikTok sekunalento le ama challenge lapha abantu mabenza ama challenge nawe sofuna ukwenza ama challenge yabo and lento leyo ilokhuze ilimaza abantu because I say this all the time nasendlini ngihlale ngisho ngithi abantu sebenza noma yini for content and abanye babo, even these content creators, mhlawumbe abanye babo baxabana nemndeni, we'll never know because of the content they create. Because any content usenokusho ukuthi you're a content creator, kanti le content uyicreatayo iyalumela ebantwini abasendlini. Ngithola bengisese kule point la 5 years back ulokhuze, my physical sciences teacher at the time, Mr. Ngema, used to say, next door bangadla ipapa nenyama, la endlini sidla ipapa nekhabishi, but at the end of the day aim yokudla ukuthi sisuthe sonke. Same thing goes with ama-marks. Angeke sithole level 7 sonke, but if we show the same determination, sonke singayiphasi physics. And because of that mentality, I think 100% class wayiphasi physics, because salanele sahamba phezulu kwamagama kaMr ukuthi ungafuni unathi uyacula, angeke ngithi njengoba unathi siyacula ngithi mase ngiphuma la ku podcast, hayi bafethu ngicela ningilandele nami sengiyacula.
Yes, yeah,
you understand?
Yes, yeah.
Because mina I'm a poet. If I have nothing like to post or nothing to talk about ku social media, angisiboni isidingo sokuba online ngihambe ngiyobhedela abantu. But ngizo advise umuntu omusha ukuthi uyabona Grootman, kunalama Grootman asekasi man, angifuni ukuthi ayidakwa man, like but azithandela utshwala, abazali bahlale bathi bayabheda. There's something I've noticed ngalama Grootman, umuntu abathi ubonotice most of the time umuntu abathi uyabheda, out of the 15 words that person is gonna say, uzosha amagama ayi5 azokwakha, like isentence lakhona lizokwakha. Kunalama Grootman asekasi lawa azithandela nje ukushaya yabo, ayaphakamisa, azithandela inkambi zikaFaro. Usually our parents tell us to stay away from lawo maGrootman because ayabheda. But one thing I've learned about la maGrootman ukuthi out of 15 words lo muntu azowasho, uzosho 5 words that are important and azokwakha, yabo. And like I said ukuthi ngiyaxolisa usho la magama, but before I get into this, I just want to say Happy Women's Month. I want you women to know, Guti, you guys are loved, you guys are appreciated, you guys are respected too. But ngifuna ukungena kule point lokuthi ngikhuluma namajita manje. Just because you can afford a quarter date doesn't mean you should feel less of a man, because ilokhuze impintshi echiri yakho yona bayikhipha bayisa kubo McDonald's or kubo Ocean Basket, because there are a lot of things that happen behind the scenes esingawaboni. Kunama Grootman that are pedophiles, umuntu wakhona okwazi ukushela intanga yami bese abuya azobiza mina ngishimana, yabo. So yenye yezinto i-social media ezenzayo, it has become toxic in such a way yokuthi people are losing their value, like abasazi understand, and this thing is becoming a propensity, because like ngathi sekuyinjwayelo nje, sesiphilisa noma kanjani, it's no longer something that is God ordained, but sesifuna ukuba uNkulunkulu bethu balana emhlabeni. Angazi if what I'm saying makes
misleading.
Sense. Yeah, and it's misleading.
Yeah. No, uyibekile wena mnakwethu iyazwakala kahle, and ngiyacabanga nombukeli especially intsha izolalela idobhadobhe lapho nalapho, because bona abakafiki le phambili, abakazi. So at least mabezwa ontanga babo njengani kanje ukhuluma kanje bayalalela and bazozihloma nabo. And then nathi I believe ndoda last week was a KFM for your interview or something.
Nice.
Yeah, tell us about that ndoda. Ay celeb ndoda.
Hey, celeb.
I think last week nakhona ngitshela umama wakhe. Yes.
Yeah, besilapha bebasibizile like khona omunye umama like besinokumculela badlula yabo, like endleleni yabo. So no mama lo like uye bekana like ngasini bekana ma connection nalapha ku EKFM,
abantu base EKFM.
So wasikhulumela lapha, wakhuluma ubani sislo Renzo.
Okay. Yeah, Lorenzo. Okay.
Wasikhulumela naye. Okay, last week basibiza vele bafika bas-interviewer sa-performa basiceda.
Wow, that's nice. How was the experience ndoda yokuba on radio? Uyabona namanje ku podcast ndoda.
Ngijabulile.
Ibhizi le ndoda.
Ngijabulile. Bese ngizifila ngathi ngiceleb yazi. Ayi ngijabulile yo. Mamela abazali bami ku radio.
and then ngiyabona wayenza ne video wayithumelela umama wangikhombisa. And then we're about to wrap up our interview, but where to from here, Nkosinathi? Where to from here? Usazo release of more music. What can we expect from Nkosinathi, a 19-year-old Nkosinathi?
Oh, so kwamaye angeke ngithembise next ngoba manje ngisapheka yabo.
Alright.
Yeah, khona engisayipheka, but maybe next month ngizo release ingoma nyane, ngizo keep i-album.
Oh, you keep
album, yeah. Khona ingoma yazipa ingoma piano, sajiva, sakhala, hayi zonke nje.
Yeah. Okay, silinde album.
Yeah, album, yeah. Ngizoshayina ingane ezi-10 zepiano bese ze-R&B the rest.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Mtho mna kwethu. What can we expect from you?
Yo, you guys can expect a lot. Actually, before I came here in Joburg, kuneyinkondlo ebesengiziphekile ziwu-2 inkondlo zesiZulu. Isihloko senkondlo yokuqala sithi angisawufuna umendo. Isihloko senkondlo esibili sithi uthisha nhloko. So yeah, ngizozikhipha nje maduzane, but for the rest of the things that are coming within my poetry career, just stay on my social media platforms. But ngizowasho masesivala ngazi ukuthi uHrotman sesenembuzo.
Yeah, angizonikeza iplatform ukuthi because njengoba ngishilo nasekuqaleni ukuthi abantu abaningi abekho familiar nani, so ngiyacabanga abaningi nje babukele nje bayazibuza ukuthi singabezwaphi, singabatholaphi kanjani, kodwa bazoyithola leyo mniningwane. And ngiyacabanga ukuthi nizosihlephulela na kancane futhi ama talent wenu before nihamba abantu bakhona nje ukuzwa. Mara nathi ungathini kontanga bakho abasesikolweni omunye ozaziyo ukuthi ngiyakwazi ukucula mara ngiyasaba, or ekhaya abantu kungitshela ukuthi yekela lento yakho, or abanye abangani bakhe bamdiscourage ukuthi hayi suka ucabanga ukuthi uzocula nawe ube famous, hayi yekela lento le. Omunye mhlambe sekaze ucabanga ukuthi ngizokushuthi kungcono mos ngiyobhema inyawo kungcono ngiyophuza mos ngoba ngathi ngisestylini. Ungathini kuloyo mngani wakho ohleli manje ukulalela?
Into engayisho ukuthi aziphushe yena kuqala, abe ne-confidence, azithembe ukuthi lento angayenza ngoba like asiwo wonke umzali uzosupporta umntwana ngalento ayenzayo. Ngoba like as for mina ekhaya bangisupporta, ba-understand ukuthi umuzi ngiyawuthanda.
Akusiwo wonke umuntu abazomsupport.
So akaziphushe yena kuqala. Yeah, into engayisho akaziphushe yena kuqala, aphushe. Yeah. Engayisho.
And then mna kwethu wena ungathini kuyimbongi ezihleli manje ezilalele? Mhlambe ezinye ezinokusaba, ezinovalo. Ubona kahle ukuthi abantu bazongihleka manje mangenza lento.
Engingakusho ukuthi into ebalekile ukuqala nje mfethu. Whether uyintombazane noma ungumjida, okubalekile ukuqala mfethu. There's nothing that is pivotal like starting, because uma usuqalile now uyakwazi ukuzibuilda, ubone ukuthi okay manje njengoba sengiqalile, I've come this far, bese lapho ngingazikhulisa kuphi, because kunale misconcept abantu abanayo ngesuccess, Hrotman. People believe that success is how far you've come, but it's ilungise. Success is not how far you've come, but success is how far you've come from where you started. Yangithola. So kubalekile ukuthi mangumuntu uqale, and as much as bazokuhleka abantu vele yinto ekumele yenzeke leyo. Even like the most talented rapper oqala Eminem. Eminem was put off stage ngenkathi aqala icareer yakhe, bekabheda nje naye like abantu abalandela icareer yakhe bayazi ukuthi waqala kanjani. He even has a movie about that. I think it's 8 Miles or something.
Yes.
So yeah, I think ukubalekile uqala uyitshela ukuthi whatever happens angeke ugive up, njengoba umfethu asho ukuthi akusiyo wonke amakhaya la understand khona ukuthi like entertainment industry abantu bayayithanda, because especially most of the time kuma black families, entertainment industry is not a mangathi ufuna ukungena kuyo, it's akusindawo enama career secure. Uzohamba uhambe u-expire, abanye abantu kungene artistilish abantu baphume ku. So in black communities they want you to be a lawyer, to be a doctor, something serious empilweni, forgetting ukuthi it's Yes, yazi kunento umalume make wayisho kimi. I didn't understand it at the time ngoba bengimncane. I now understand it manje. Umalume wathi you can have a degree in teaching. Uthola ukuthi la emhlabeni awuzelanga ukufundisa. Yabo?
Spot on.
Yeah, so
yeah. And just to correct something even to the viewer ubukele.
Yeah.
For me I don't see. This is for me, and ngiyanisherela nana. I hope nani ngayithatha nihambe nayo.
Yeah.
Don't look at this as ukuthi entertainment.
Yeah.
I always tell people ukuthi mina nami njengoba ngiyi-podcaster, I'm not an entertainer. Angikho ku-entertainment. Ngiyazi ukuthi bayilabula kanjalo. Mara ubizo lolu.
Yes.
This is deep.
Yes.
This is bigger than the word entertainment.
Yes.
Nani ngicela niyithathe kanjalo. And ingaze ifike lento le nangelinye ilanga, because from kule interview nizowahamba la ma-interview madoda. Nongena lapha ko DSTV.
Yeah.
Kuzo zonke le ndawo lezi. Kungake kufike nakayi-1 ubone ngathi ayi sengiyi-celebrity sengifikile. Ngiyanicela ukuthi ngathi ningahlala nje ni humble as you are. Ukhumbule nala ubuya khona. Noma ungaba usoziwayo kusasa abantu bafuna ukushutha nawe njengonathi njengoba bamscreamele esikolweni ama peers wakhe.
Celebrity.
Yeah, but on a serious note, like ingangena enhloko big boy.
Yeah.
Yabona ingangena enhloko, just hlala ukhumbula ukuthi mina nguNkosinathi Kwa-Mvimbi and then leli ubizo lwami ngizele lona. Mina ngumthokozisi wakwa Tom, bizo lami leli ngizele lona. Okuningi kuzolandela nje.
Yeah, siyabonga kakhulu khona because vele because lento le ithi misingene ekhanda yakungena ekhanda, you now feel like you're living in a pretty prison, like awusakwazi
exactly.
And then ugcina
so under pressure,
ugcina ungasaziboni njengomuntu because ubana lento le ukuthi I now have to maintain a certain standard in society.
Exactly. Ngazifakeli unnecessary pressure. I always tell people that I don't need pressure. Nani nginiluma indlebe manje ningazifakeli leyo pressure. So amagama okugcineni ngawasho esichabeni before nje sivalelisa. Ningathini? Hayi before sizoza ukuthi nisihlephulela ama talent ningawari ngalokho. Mara amagama wenkuthazo nathi, especially if ukhuluma nabangani bakho abakubukele manje. Baningi abangani bakho abakubukele phela manje. Khuluma nabo.
Mina into engayisho ukuthi like umuntu unga give up. Like uhlala uphusha ngoba mina ngibelieve ukuthi like slow progress is better than no progress, yabo.
Oh yes.
So stay positive and never give up, yabo.
Yes,
yeah, into engayisho le bengithanda ukubulisa like ngathini. I just want to send a shout out to abangani bami, umama wami, yeah, wonke umuntu engiphila naye ekhaya. Sure.
For amagama okugcina mina what can I say? Ngifuna ukukhuluma nabantu who are younger than me and see me as their role model. Ngifuna understand one thing, especially njengoba Rotman sika emphasize at the point ukuthi this is a calling. If you find yourself in a situation like this or mhlambe in mawukulendawo, I ngingasho ngithi treat yourself as a business, because as an artist you are a working business, because mawuphumile and njengoba sihleli lana, this is not just a podcast but we are marketing. Mhlambe after this we'll meet our future clients through this, and mhlambe we'll meet our future fans or sizoba ama role model kubantu. So engifuna ukusho kuwe ukuthi stay positive, be true to who you are, ngoba iqiniso lomuntu laziwa unembeza wakhe noNkulunkulu. So we cannot speak for people and say ukuthi yenza nje wenze nje. I'm not going to tell you ukuthi to do this or to do that, but ngihamba nami ngivumelana nomfethu lana makathi don't give up. Engakusho nje ukuthi stay true to yourself, and no matter where you go, ubuye family ne right noma uyaziwe kasi or noma mhlambe nje wena izinto zakho zikuhlanganele ngendlela right, please remember this. No matter where you go, no matter who you meet, respect is bigger than everything. Ayikho into ebaluleke njengenhlonipho, ngoba eminye iminyango ayivulwa ukuthi ufunde kangakanani noma wazana nobani noma nemali engakanani, kepha ivulwa ukuthi uhlonipha kangakanani. So yeah,
Nice one.
into engayisho.
And then kunembuzo enganibuzanga wona madoda mara ngizonibuza wona manje ekugcineni abobani ama nickname wenu ubani nickname yakho
Bangibiza ngesidudla somdansi.
Sidudla somdansi manje ushilo wathi awusekho sidudla so
angisekho sidudla so manje vele ngizibiza ngegama lami straight nathi igama lami lokucula.
Alright, okay. Mtho wena?
Mina Mthokozisi nje, but I go einkondlweni I have 2 stage names. The reason I'm doing this is for balance for both sides in terms of language, so that there isn't any language barrier. So einkondlweni zesiZulu ngaziwa ngomtho umfana ompofu ngombala. Then bese lapho einkondlweni zesingisi it's Mtho the freestyler.
Oh yes. Lelo mfana ompofu ngalizwa kuKwekwezi FM bakubiza.
Mfana ompofu. Yes, mfana.
Bafethu ngineyibawo ezimbili.
Okay.
Number 1 ngibawa ukuthi in the near future ngathi ningasebenza no2 so.
Yeah.
Ngathi ningahlanganisa uMagic nenze something. Hayi manje.
Yeah.
In the near future.
We've exchanged contacts, so
all right, we're calling that into the universe.
Yeah.
And then kwesibili ngibawa ukuthi ngathi ningaphinde nisivakashele kule show,
okay,
so that we can see abantu banibukele manje bayanibona as young as you are.
Yeah.
Kungaba kuhle futhi ukuthi siphinde sinibone eminyakeni ezayo nisivakashe kusekhaya la nikhululeke.
Sure.
Ukuthi sinibone ukuthi senikuphi ningakanani nihluzeke kanjani enhloko and then kuqhuba kanjani ngalobizo lwenu.
Sure.
Ngiyabonga ukuthi nibe nathi neohlelweni.
Okay.
And ngiyababonga nabazali benu kade bafisa ukuthi ngihlale nani ngibe nengxoxo nani naku sekwenzakele. So we wish you all the best from the Eastrand Podcast Files.
Thank you.
There you have it, Buffet, to another 2 Trailblazers. Oh, sorry. Before I even forget, yes, thank you, Mtho, for the reminder. Can you please share your social media handles with the world? Please, guys.
Angazi if the cameraman can zoom in this. Mina on Facebook, Mtho umfana ompofu ngombala.
Okay.
On TikTok, it's Mthoetic Studios 1. On YouTube, it's Mthoetic Studios. On Spotify, it's Mthoetic Studios. And I'm also on Instagram, it's Mthoetic Studios. This just a reminder for wonke umuntu emakhaya. On Spotify, I haven't posted anything as of yet. I'm still studying DistroKid, but as soon as I'm done with my study and izinto zihamba kahle, I'll be uploading my work there. Kodwa umsebenzi wami uyatholakala kuzo zonke le inkundla zokuxhumana nje. Ngicela ningilandele nje.
Awuphinde lama handles uthe yini? On
Facebook, Mtho umfana ompofu ngombala. On TikTok, it's Mthoetic Studios 1. On YouTube, it's Mthoetic Studios. Mthoetic.
Okay.
Studios. And on Spotify, it's Mthoetic Studios. I'm also on Instagram. That's also Mthoetic Studios.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, mina banifuna ukuthola on Facebook nathi the vocalist bese ku TikTok ungasesho ukuthi Sweet Melodies. Ngiyabonga.
Yeah.
There you have it, guys. That's why we are known as the home of the Trailblazers, the home of the movers with intent. And from myself and the rest of the team, it's a big thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, like our content, give us a comment, drop us a mail. Who do you want to see on the show? And of course, we'll make means to get them so that they can come and have a chat with us. From myself, once again, and the rest of the team, it's a big thank you. And see you on the next episode here on the Eastrand Podcast Files. Cheers, bye-bye.
Mfana ompofu hayi inkondlo. Nisasontelani. Mhlawumbe abangenasibindi ababuzanga angisho ukuthi nginaso kodwa ngifuna ukwazi nisasontelani ngoba lelanga lesonto lisahlonishwa seliphathwa njengenkonzo yezidakwa isonto selaphenduka lwesihlanu amakholo siyabambezela kumele ahamba ayoshaya isikhalango somjuxuzo ngelinye ilanga ngizoshintsha indlela ngivakashe ejointini esikhundleni sokuyenkonzweni ngoba ejointini ngezenzo nangeenhliziyo benza ngcono kunabantu abagqoka amajoint ngiyasola ukuthi ivangeli lasejointini linamandla kunelasenkonzweni yikho khona kwazi ukugcwala ukuthi mfi utshwala bandlululani yikho nevangeli lakhona lizwakala kanjena okungcono ngishintsha ibandla ngiyolindela etshwaleni ngathi umfundisi wakhona uyayazi into ayishumayelayo ngoba idakwa zithathelani phansi ziyamaza umuntu ngiyangixaka yazi nina ngoba niyalishumayela le verse lika Mateo ukuthi abanomthwalo beze kubaba kepha nina futhi nisindwa amalahle emhlane ngoba nifuna ukuzethula lo mthwalo bizwe ngeqiniso yekani ungenisa amagama engqephini intshela abantu amaqiniso angithi vele kumele nizohlambulula nangu umama ogqoka ijoni ongasweli lutho uzenza ngathi uphilela inkosi kodwa umunye umecela enkosini emphambi kwakhe umgodlela imbokodo hayibo kwayapho kubambisana uyifela kanjani umonye imbokodo mina bengazi ukuthi uma kukhona ukudinga ucela emkhulekweni ngiyibona lana enkonzweni lento ukuthi isibusiso singe transaction mawufuna ukwazi kabanzi buza umfundisi ngevesi lika 10% omnikelo uzokufakazela ngokunqumela ugwayi kati ukuthi ukhiphe nini yeba kugezela swele isinga mangabe ibusiso ziyathengwa nanku umbuzo nceke nawo phezulu ukube bekuthiwa umlomo uya-recharge kaze isikolodo se-airtime advance ngabe singakanani kubantu ngayisusa nakho ngiphenduka inyoko elimudle ngomsila angeke kusaba lula ukudla ithambo njengenjwayelo ngizophefumulisa umfundisi ngenxeba phela ngeke asakwazi ukufinya ngendololwane esebenzisa imali yomnikelo mhlawumbe uyathatha uyabeka ngeke washeli phakathi kwakhe elihambayo ukuthi kube bengiyibhodo bezongifunela siphi isidikiselo isolwela umfulu ugcwele ithi ngizibambe nangu umfundisi ethwala izandla ekhanda engikhuza ethi mfana thula awuboni ukuthi ngalokho kwenza imali yomnikelo iyahamba thongo lami ivikela ishoba lami eliziphungelayo ngelokuthula ikhamba bathe busisa umhlaba ngamagama ngabe sengiyalifi cubizo lwami umtho umfana ompofu ngombala Baby girl, quit acting like you so shy because I can't handle the sweet melodies that fall from my lips every time we kiss. Connect with me. I said, connect with me. From the very first instant I saw you, I knew I had to be intent with what I do. My reasons for loving you are, I don't know why, because my love for you is like time. It's constant and independent. The only thing it does is fly. I don't really have tricks up my sleeves, but I'm good with words. They even call my talent the magic of words. My flow makes it sound as if I'm singing hymns of lovebirds. Love is beautiful. Allow me to put respect between your skirts. Forgive me for being out of control and making you squirt. Promise to show you how love's supposed to be. And through it all, let you be free. As I hold your leg, then you go. Don't stop. It turns me on as you beg. I don't opt for perfection. Trust me, if we could let things happen on their own, our love would be evident to each other like natural selection. I can tell by how you dwell that a woman doesn't need car keys to be driven. You're beautiful. That fact is a given. The reason you stand out in a room is your facial arts. That's rare. That's what makes all the other guys turn and stay. If my feelings had feet, I'd let them rest in a chair so I could prepare to be a perfect match. I'm talking about being a perfect pair. Then I'd hold your hand as we walk side by side up the love stair. You see, saying together is easy and impeccable. However, when you pronounce it using hyphens, you realize to get her is mission impossible. Although in life all that happens, I'm not giving up since throwing the towel is not part of my DNA. As the word impossible says, I'm possible. Believe me, I always want to do it with you. Thing is, I just don't find time to connect with you and talk. Question is, will you open your heart for me as I knock? If I had dinner prepared with a knife and fork, would the night end with us having to lip lock? I just need to be with you. Is it wrong to have a conversation with the person you adore and make it intimate? I'm not saying I'm the one or a soulmate. Please lock me in your arms. Cuff me up in cuddles and make me a love inmate. This is South Africa to the world. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Toe, the freestyler.
I never saw a beautiful lady like you. To be honest, you drive me crazy. You are beautiful as you are. You're the only one that brings joy in my life. I will sacrifice for you. I will give you everything you are. When they're talking about a black African woman, they're talking about you. When you talk a little, don't muntu muhle. When I tell you muhle, wow. We talk a little, don't muntu muhle. When I tell you muhle, nah. You too beautiful. 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 Whoa, nah. You like a camera every time I look at you, I smile. You have a dark skin, but you beautiful as you are. Pretty girl, I think about your beauty every night. To me, you're the most beautiful queen I ever met in my life. The way I love you, now I'm even losing my mind. You too beautiful, you too beautiful. When I uitake lihle, ngisandela wena ngifuna omunye. You bring me joy, 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 joy. When uitake lihle, mntwana omuntu muhle. When atala umuhle, nam. Uitake lihle, mntwana omuntu muhle. When atala umuhle, nam. Sure.